So if the economic downturn has caused your heart to be filled with negatives, then your mouth will speak what's really in your heart. So what you've been saying? When gas shot up, what did you say? I know some of y'all want to jerk the whole thing out the ground. God, Lord Jesus. No, you can't. Let me ask you a question. For any of us with gas prices, do you think anything you say is going to change the price of gas? Ask somebody that. Ask them, has gas changed since you complained? Has gas changed since you complained? Has it changed in your favor? Has your ability to pay your light bill changed since your money got funny? So what have you been saying about your situation? What have you really been saying? What are you saying? Mark 11:22. Have faith in God, for verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. What have you been saying? Because you do know that your present condition is a result of what you said prior to today. Let me say it in a way that you'll really get it. You is what you've been thinking and saying. All right, for those of you who are having trouble with that, you are a result of your thoughts and your words. Frightening, isn't it? Stuff you said when you was a little girl, you're living it now. Because you cannot say something out of your mouth and not pay for it later. When you say it, you got to pay it. So Jesus deals with his disciples because he's just cursed the fig tree. The fig tree withered. When they came back, they were amazed that the fig tree wasn't where it was when they passed by it the first time. So they are amazed. And Jesus says, wait a minute, you have faith in God. Use your faith. Use your faith to get a response from God based upon your desire. Look what he says. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. So what did he say? Whosoever shall say to this mountain, what are the mountains? What are the mountains? Now, what are your mountains? What are the difficult issues that you face in your life now? Doesn't matter, economic, social, your job, don't make any difference what it is. Physical, what is the mountain of your life? How do you deal with your mountain? With the situations and circumstances of your life, how do you actually deal with them? I would dare to say most of us marry them. We're in love with our condition. We like it. Have y'all ever not liked something? That's like a question that causes for a response. Have any of y'all ever not liked something, you just didn't like it? Do you know what you're supposed to do when you don't like something? You're supposed to change it. So when you get to the place you don't like your situation as it is, you'll talk different. Jesus says, when you come to your mountain, he said one of the first things you need to do is settle the word in your heart. Believe and don't doubt. Look at somebody, tell them, believe and don't doubt. Believe and don't doubt. Believe what? Believe what God says. Watch this, because there's a whole lot to be said about your situation. That's why it's dangerous to watch too much news. Watch this. There is the good news of Jesus Christ, and there's CNN and Fox, KTLA, KCAL. And we'll sit up all day and watch the news. But we won't pick up the Bible and read the news. We'll read the Wall Street Journal. We'll read USA Today, the LA Times, the Pasadena Star News. But when it comes to the good news that literally changes my life and my destiny, I don't want to read that. And so I'm basically filled with news that's based upon a world that has no relationship with God. They don't know God is the God of the economy. They don't know that he is the doctor. They don't know that he's the protector. No matter how many other folk got killed, God still kept you. And so they'll give you statistics. And based upon what they say, we build our lives. Because they say. Now, I'm not telling you to be foolish. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you there is some more news. I wish I had help right along in here. Look at somebody, tell them there's some more news. 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 Look what he says. He says, believe that those things, let's see. Don't doubt in your heart. Don't doubt in your what? Don't doubt in your heart. Because really, what you believe is not just about what you think only. Your heart and your head are not the same. You can have a thought in your head, and you can deal with the thought in your head before it gets to your heart. You want to deal with all negative issues of your life prior to it penetrating your heart. Because once it penetrates your heart, you and it are one. Good or bad, somebody hurt you. How many of y'all ever been hurt? Now, just for a moment, look around the church. How many of y'all ever been hurt? Now, just look over somebody while your hand up and tell them, say, don't tell me your story. I got my own. Don't. What I do with the hurt determines the outcome of my life, the path of my life, and the outcome of what I do. With what was said about me, what I do with what happens when I was laid off, what I do with it. Because I can get laid off and can't get a job for the next 3 months, and I begin to tell myself that I'm unemployable. Then I become what I said. And so when I began to try to present myself, I cannot present myself in faith prior to going for the interview. So I walk in fear and doubt because my heart is filled with negative words that I've spoken to myself about myself. How bad will you talk about you? I mean, at what point will you stop saying negative stuff about your life that God never said? God never said that about you. If God never said you couldn't get out of debt, why are you saying it? And so rather than speak negatives to my life or speak failure to me, I began to do something prior to standing before my mountain. It's hard to tell a mountain to move when you didn't get yourself ready before the mountain showed up. Because how many of y'all know the mountains just show up? They show up. You open up your door and there's a mountain standing right at your door that you never asked for. There's a mountain standing right